Hey guys, welcome to Joshua's World. I'm Joshua, and today we're going to preview the first Sunday of NFL football for the 2025 season. I'm making this video Friday night, so the Eagles-Cowboys game was last night, and the Eagles took the win 24-20 in that game, and the Chiefs-Chargers game just ended. The Chargers coming out with a 27-21 win in Brazil, which is huge to start the season, especially in the AFC West division that looks to be pretty tough this year. So we're going to jump right into it. We got the Dolphins at the Colts, 1 p.m. on Sunday, and really interested to see how the Colts do after naming Daniel Jones as the starter. I don't really have a lot of faith in the Dolphins either, but I think I'm going to take them in this matchup here. And then we got the Steelers and the Jets. Again, two unknowns here with Aaron Rodgers coming in at the helm at quarterback now, and Justin Fields stepping into his new role as the Jets quarterback. But I'm going to take the Steelers in this one strictly because of the Steelers defense. They've proven time and time again that they're the backbone of this team, so I'm going to take them over the Jets. And then we got the Panthers and the Jaguars. Bryce Young looked like he was starting to finally find his rhythm at the end of last season, so we'll see if he can continue to do that this season. And the Jaguars obviously have the #1 pick with Travis Hunter, so excited to see if he can truly play both wide receiver and corner at the NFL level. But I'm going to take the Jaguars in this one, but I'm hoping it's a close game, and maybe the Panthers can pull it out, but I'm going to take the Jaguars. And we got the Cardinals and the Saints. And the Saints, I think they're going to be really bad this year. They don't have anyone. Like, they named Spencer Rattler the starting quarterback after drafting Tyler Shuck, which I thought was a completely boneheaded move. But I guess we'll see how that plays out. But I'm going to take the Cardinals in this one for sure. And then next up, we got the Giants and the Commanders. Commanders coming off of one of their best seasons in probably a decade last season. They got their sophomore quarterback, Jaden Daniels. So excited to see what he does this season. The Giants have a new starting quarterback in Russell Wilson. So I'm excited to see how he does with that team. But still a lot of unknowns with that offense. So I'm going to take the Commanders strictly based off of what I saw from them last year. Then we got a divisional matchup in the Buccaneers and the Falcons. Michael Penix will have his first full year as a starting quarterback for the Falcons. So we'll see how he does there. And then we got Baker Mayfield leading the Bucs, and I'm going to take them in this matchup because I haven't seen much of Michael Penix yet. So we'll see how he does though. And then we got the Bengals and the Browns. The Bengals coming off of a 9-8 season where they didn't make the playoffs. They didn't start the season too hot last year, so hopefully they can get off to a much better start this year and end the season hopefully in the playoffs again, getting back to the playoffs at least. And Joe Flacco is the starting quarterback for the Browns over Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders. I'm going to take the Bengals in this one. Hopefully they can finally shake off ghosts from the past and get a 1-0 start this season. And then we got the Raiders and the Patriots. Geno Smith coming in from the Seahawks to be the Raiders quarterback, and Pete Carroll coming out of retirement to be the head coach. And we got Drake May in his sophomore season. I'm gonna take the Raiders. They have Ashton Jeanty. He looked good in the preseason, so we'll see how he does in the regular season, but I'm going to take the Raiders in this one. And coming into our afternoon games, or late afternoon games, we got the 49ers and the Seahawks at 4:05. The 49ers coming off of just a terrible injury-prone year for them last season. They didn't have anyone basically, and they fully healthy again, or maybe not. Christian McCaffrey is listed as questionable, so we'll see if he is able to suit up. And then Sam Darnold coming off of his best season as an NFL quarterback with the Vikings last year, getting a starting role with the Seahawks now, so we'll see how that goes. It's just a lot of unknowns with the Seahawks offense, so I'm going to take there's unknowns on both sides, but I'm going to take the 49ers in this one, and maybe it'll be a close game, I'm not sure yet, but it's week 1, so feel out week, so you never really know what's going to happen in week 1. Then we got the Broncos and the Titans, 405. Titans drafted Cam Ward with the number 1 overall pick, and the Broncos have Bo Nix coming into his sophomore season. And I'm going to take the Broncos in this one. They had the number 1 defense in the league last year, so I expect them to be really good again this year, and we'll see how Cam Ward handles the pressure. And then we've got Lions-Packers, 425, prime time. It'll be in Lambeau. That place is always lit. Packers just on the receiving end of a blockbuster trade where they received Micah Parsons from the Cowboys. So I feel like that really bolsters their defense this year. So we'll see if that can make them a Super Bowl contender. Lions still trying to get to that mountaintop. Last year I feel like was their year, but just things didn't work right and they didn't click, and unfortunately they couldn't get there. But I am going to take the Lions, hopefully. We'll see how the offense does without Ben Johnson as the offensive coordinator, and we'll see how good this Packers defense can be with Micah Parsons. Then we got the Texans and the Rams in LA. CJ Stroud, sophomore season. Matt Stafford coming back for another season with a new weapon to throw to this year in Davante Adams. And I'm going to take the Rams in this one. Strong defense, strong offense. I don't know if CJ Stroud's offensive line is, better this year. He was running for his life last season and he didn't have much time to throw. So we'll see if that continues this year. And then we've got Sunday Night Football in Orchard Park with the Ravens and the Bills, rematch of last year's AFC divisional round game between the two. Battle of the last 2 MVPs in the NFL. So it should definitely be a fun one. I'm definitely going to take the Bills. Maybe a little biased there, but Josh Allen, what can't he do? He's Superman, and we're just hoping that the Bills can get to the top this year, finally get the skeletons off their back and get there. And then the Ravens have Lamar Jackson, obviously. We know what he can do with the ball in his hands. Super electric to watch, super great player. And then he's also got his right-hand man in Derrick Henry, who's just a stud at running back. And then rounding out week 1, Monday Night Football with the Vikings and the Bears. Caleb Williams, second season. Ben Johnson is now the head coach. So we'll see if the offense can be better this year. And then J.J. McCarthy starting his first career game with the Vikings after tearing his ACL last season, so his first official start as an NFL quarterback. So it should be fun to watch that one, see how he does. But I'm going to take the Bears just because I haven't seen JJ take a snap yet, so we'll see how that game plays out. But those are my week 1 NFL predictions. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see how I do. I'll catch you on the next one.